I am near the Charles de Gaulle Airport here in Paris, catching a flight today to Malta for the second time. Looking forward to it. So for those who saw the last video in Amsterdam and are wondering why am I in Paris without making a video here, then the reason is that when I was in Amsterdam trying to decide my plans, basically trying to get to Greece, then I found a flight to Malta with a layover in Paris. So the flight was one flight that I booked on Expedia.com. I think that it was about $280 US, including luggage. And it included a flight from Amsterdam to Paris yesterday, arriving in the evening, and then a second flight today to Malta, leaving at 1 in the afternoon from Charles de Gaulle Airport here, about an hour outside of Paris. And so I decided to go for that. That was one of the best options available last minute, as usual. Booked it like 2 days ago. And so basically I decided to go back to Malta now because it is early June, June 3rd. And of course, the high season on the Mediterranean gets crazy. Everything gets very busy, very hot, of course, and expensive. And I figured since I plan to go to Greece and spend a good probably month or so there, if I wanted to see Malta this summer, I might as well go now while it's early June instead of waiting until later in the summer when it's going to be much busier. So from Malta I will probably then finally fly to Greece, although we'll see, I haven't booked a flight yet. So I stayed here at the Easy Hotel, good price. They don't have an airport shuttle, but there's a bus apparently that goes from here to the airport for $2 or €2.50. And so I'm waiting for that. And if that doesn't work out for some reason, then I'll catch an Uber. But anyways, time to get to the airport and catch my flight. Let's go to Malta. Gare Aéroport, Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Here we are, Charles de Gaulle Airport. So that was a little bit of a stressor there. Where I was standing was not where the bus stopped. I kept seeing buses going back and forth over by the roundabout near me, and none of them were coming and stopping at that pull-in right where I was standing. I went inside to the hotel receptionist, and he was the one who told me to stand out there in a general sense. And he said, oh no, you have to go like across the roundabout, other side of the street, etc. So got over there, and the bus came soon enough. Okay, Terminal 2F, Air France. Need to catch a train from here. This is all packaged up to be flown from yesterday, and I didn't undo it, so I can't wear it. It probably would have been better to have just unstrapped it and been able to walk around. Anyway, everybody almost there. And all checked in. Now, need to go through security and find some breakfast. So one of my favorite breakfasts in the world is quiche and a tart with a glass of milk. If I can't find quiche in the Charles de Gaulle Airport, then that is the sign of the end of the world. Go through security first and then get some breakfast. Ooh, this is the wrong line. It is 11:05, my flight is at 1:05, so I have lots of time. Here is the scam, folks. Accept or decline conversion. Decline conversion, I will explain more in a second. So they're going to charge me 395 euros. That is fine. Accept. Get my cash, 400 euros here. All right, so I got my cash there, 400 euros. Here is the current exchange rate for euros to dollars. There you can see euros 400. That is what I withdrew. There it says $429. So you might not have noticed, but in the lower right-hand corner was the number $496 US. So that ATM was going to charge me $496 to withdraw 400 euros if I accepted their exchange rate. Here on xe.com, you can see that 400 euros should be $429. The exchange rate that my bank will apply to this transaction will be very close to what is on here. Not exactly the same, but this is the current daily rough estimate of the fair exchange rate. They were going to charge me $496 for 400 euros. In other words, they were going to charge me an extra $67 US to withdraw money if I accepted their conversion rate. It is an absolute scam. You get nothing for it. It is just a trick to fool tourists into accepting them applying their exchange rate, which is a horrible, horrible rate, in exchange for nothing. You just want to let your own bank do the currency conversion. So decline conversion and you will save yourself, as you just saw, a heck of a lot of money sometimes, depending on how much you're withdrawing, where you are. Euronet is especially notorious for being really bad with it. So decline conversion, decline conversion, decline conversion, decline conversion. And if you are at a restaurant, for example, and you pay with a credit card and they give you the credit card machine, and you then have an option to charge your credit card in the local currency, for example euros, or your home currency, it is the exact same thing. They are tricking you into accepting their bad currency exchange rate rather than your bank making the rate, and your bank will give you a better deal. So when you have that option of paying for something in local currency or your home currency, don't do home currency. That's what you might be inclined to do. The local currency is what you want to accept and pay for the item in local currency. Then your bank will do the conversion at a better rate than the company that is getting in the way there. So anyway, let's get out of here. And we are through security. Let's check the board. 105 Air France Malta on time. F43. Looks like it's happening. So, as I have discussed many times, the Schengen zone. The Schengen zone is the area of Europe of open borders between 27 different countries. Once you land in Paris, you are in the Schengen zone, and you can then go to Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, 27 different countries without going through customs. Malta is part of the Schengen zone, and so I'm not going to go through customs to leave France, and I'm not going to go through customs to enter Malta. It is basically like a domestic flight. So that makes things a lot easier, not having to stand in those long customs lines. I'll get off the plane in Malta, go get my baggage, and then I'm out. Okay, so the food situation isn't looking very promising around here, but there it is, down there. And boom, breakfast accomplished. So we have here quiche Lorraine, a lemon tart, and a blueberry tart. Now the only little issue, picky little issue, but I forgot to communicate that I wanted the milk cold. He warmed it up. That's fine, but it's just more refreshing as cold milk. So this was all 22.50 euros. That is 24 bucks. So expensive. That is airport prices. The milk alone was 6 euros or $6.50. So pretty crazy, but looks good. And my quick food review here. The quiche is really good. The lemon tart is also really good. It is very, very sweet, as I expected. The blueberry tart is remarkably tasteless. It looked like it would be quite sweet as well, but it isn't very sweet, and it doesn't barely taste like blueberries. Like, it's okay, but a little bit of a disappointment there. A just handful of blueberries would have more taste in it, it seems, but overall, this is gonna do the trick. So the flight is boarding in just a few minutes. Now, I just withdrew euros. Here are some euros. 10 euros is currently equal to about $10.75 US. That is a great exchange rate. When I came to Europe in 2009 and spent 3 months in Greece, then the euro was 1 to 1.5 against the dollar. So 1 euro equaled $1.50 US, and 10 euros equaled about $15. So if you bought something for 10 euros, back then I would have paid about $15 for that item. Now it's only $10.75, so it is cheaper now. Now, there are 27 countries in the Schengen zone of Europe, but I just learned that there are actually 3 more countries that are included that aren't officially part of the Schengen zone, but for practical reasons then they are included. So they are Monaco, Vatican City, and San Marino, all tiny little countries that you can also enter as part of the Schengen zone agreement, in which you don't need to show a passport or anything when you enter the country. So you go from France into Monaco and there's no border controls or anything. You just get off the bus or the metro or whatever, and you're in the country. So the Euro zone is different from the Schengen zone. The Euro zone is where they use the euro currency. There are only 20 countries that use the euro currency, even though there are 27 countries and really 30 countries that you can enter as part of the Schengen area. So it's a little confusing, but Malta is part of the Eurozone and the Schengen zone, so you can use the euro currency in Malta. I mean, that is the only currency that they use, so that is why I just got euros. But, for example, Iceland is in the Schengen zone, but they use the Icelandic kroner, not the euro. But Malta, euros. Here we go. It is warm and bright. So on the right, you can see all the people waiting to go through customs. We don't have to do that since we're already in the Schengen zone. Just fly on by, pick up your baggage. Okay, now to figure out the best way to get to my hotel. It is not in Valletta, the capital, but near there, but across water that's in the way. So if I could get to Valletta, then from there are boats or a taxi going around, or maybe even a bus. But maybe there's a bus that actually goes closer to the area where my hotel is. So time to find that out. Here in Malta, they speak Maltese. So Maltese, the language here, is an interesting combination of Italian and Arabic. We are basically halfway between Africa and Italy, so very unique. Okay, let's figure out this bus. And that was the bus. Sweet, €3. Let's see how long this takes. It is 20 minutes according to Google. The bus will take longer. Malta International Airport. I will probably come back and rent a car later, but for now, I'm just going to spend the next couple of days kind of relaxing more closer to the hotel, or maybe take buses or something, and then I'll see after that. So 3 nights at my hotel, and then things are open, so probably stay longer. So look at these spectacular cathedrals there. Malta has some amazing architecture, very historic, and some not so beautiful modern industrial zones. But wow, that is really gorgeous. It's good to be back. This is definitely a unique country. It is also pretty popular. There you go, the water. Oh yeah, that looks so nice.
Next stop is Spinola, Francilia.
Look at that, just spectacular. What a sight. Back on the Mediterranean islands. I was previously just a little over a week ago on Formentera and Ibiza. But Malta is definitely something very different. Super stoked to be here. All right, my hotel is just a couple minutes this way. There you can see Valletta, the capital city of Malta. I will definitely get over there on another day and show it. I've showed it previously. This is my second time to Malta. I was here in 2019, almost exactly 4 years ago. Very interesting flag. Is that the Maltese flag? I'm not sure, but time to find out. So no, that is not the Maltese flag. Here it is. It's kind of similar, yet definitely different from that. So not sure what that is. Look at this amazing bay. Look at that scene there. Mediterranean paradise. Although, where I'm going next on the Greek islands is going to be a lot more quiet and less built up. I'm planning to go to some lesser known, smaller Greek islands that are going to be really, really peaceful. But Malta is going to be fun to explore for the next several days. And a room tour. So there is good news and bad news regarding the room here. So I like the location, I like the hotel. The room itself is pretty nice here. The price is reasonable. It is $76 US or 71 euros per night. That is much cheaper than other places that I was finding, like in Valletta in the capital city. The cheapest room was like 135 bucks a night or something like that. So to be where it is, like right on the beach with access to restaurants, all that kind of stuff, 76 bucks is pretty good. But there is one unfortunate and kind of major problem, which is the view, or rather lack thereof. This is it. No sunlight coming through at all. The only light is from some other rooms there. So that is a pretty unfortunate room situation, especially when you have like such an epic scene out there. Nice bright sunshine and the beach and the sea and everything like that. To be sort of trapped with no window basically is kind of a bummer. So I asked about changing to a balcony room. They said it's going to be a lot more expensive, but he said to come back later and talk to his manager or something like that. So I might check that out later, or maybe I'll just put up with it, and at least it's you know, nice and quiet here, and it is still a pretty nice room. Very new, modern, clean. It's really pretty much perfect other than that window situation. So anyways, I'm going to get to work here. It is about 6 p.m. Going to try to get this video done so that I'm freed up for tomorrow. And then in a couple of hours or something, head out and find some dinner. And so I'm at a very nice looking restaurant here with an amazing menu. Pasta, of course. Malta is heavily influenced by Italian culture and food. Steaks, chicken, Maltese style rabbit. Okay, that is definitely tempting. I had rabbit on Formentera Island, Spain. Mussels, calamari, fresh fish, pizza, wine, and look at the very lovely view.